Hello everybody. It's Karla Gordy Bristol. Welcome to Karla Dawn Live, a Facebook show that I am happy to bring to you about healthy food diet today. You didn't look at the promo that I had up. You wouldn't have seen that I have a guest that's going to talk about healthy food options, raw food. We're going to discuss why some people think vegan food is important. I'm a pescatarian for the most part. Am I saying it right? Okay. And I have with me Sanford Weissbuch. Hello, welcome.
Welcome.
And he's a medical doctor. He says he's been working in the fields of...
Well, I'm board certified in radiology and neuroradiology. And I became interested in nutrition when I was a teenager, along with fitness. And this has been a lifelong passion. And now that I'm not in radiology, I'm trying to basically change the world to become healthier by eating properly our species-specific diet as opposed to what's been handed down by culture recently, and it's causing a lot of problems such as heart disease, hypertension, high blood pressure in layman's terms, and diabetes. Okay.
I call him a health food fanatic. That's my little word for it. He kind of smiles at me and doesn't disagree, right? You don't disagree.
Well, I'm fanatical about trying to help people learn how to remain and stay healthy, not only in the short term, but throughout their life, to have healthy, exuberant, vibrant, exuberant health throughout their life.
Sound good to you guys? Does that sound like something you want? I hope a lot of my viewers do. I think it seems like I'm doing a lot of shows lately where there's like this glare, and I've got like the light glare. And Chef Alan Arroyo is here. Thank you. Oh my gosh, this looks delicious. Chef Alan Arroyo. We're going to have you bend down a little bit to get seen there. Chef Alan Arroyo. We're at Neiman Marcus, Beverly Hills, and he is the chef here at a really terrific and tasty vegan restaurant. Raw-based food, correct?
Vegan, plant-based food.
Plant-based food, sorry. Let me get it right. You know, I'm obviously not a chef. So let me move this over so I can have him say just a few things. Make sure we got this here so we can hear you. So just tell me a little bit about the type of food that people can find here right now, like why they should eat healthier option you feel.
Well, I mean, I think that people miss a lot of opportunities with plant-based food. People don't realize how good it can be. And I think that coming in here is a perfectly good opportunity to try some good plant-based food.
And you have a burger on here. You've got tacos. Tell
Right,
us about what we're seeing here. What is this you
let's
have out here?
Let's start here.
This delicious salad.
Sure.
Look at that.
So this is our aged truffle cheese salad. It has a house-made cashew-based truffle cheese. It is cultured and fermented in-house. And then next to that, we have bread and butter with the house-made vegan butter.
Look good?
It's made from a coconut and olive oil blend.
Okay, so we all love our bread, it seems like.
Right, of course, can't forget the fig jam.
Yeah, see the fig jam there, everybody? Look at that fig jam. I can't wait to try that on the bread. And then my dish here.
Your dish is the mushroom sandwich. So we have mixed mushrooms there. There's shiitake, maitake, and oyster mushrooms. There's also cashew-based truffle aioli, and it's on a sourdough country loaf.
Beautiful. It looks so tasty.
And you, sir, are having the jackfruit tacos. So it's shredded young jackfruit seasoned to taste like carnitas. We have black beans, a pico de gallo, and a Fresno hot sauce.
So don't tell me you can't try some healthier food options, everybody. Look at this. Look at this with the black beans and everything. Oh my gosh.
What's really wonderful is that people who start eating food that's been made properly, that's plant-based, are substituting food, are eating food that is healthy for you as opposed to foods that have been manipulated to be too sweet, too salty, too fatty. But those are the triggers of the appetite. Whereas if you savor the wholesomeness of true food For example,
Which this looks like
the varietal vegetables in here. When you add multiple vegetables together, they have a synergy in terms of their positive effect on the immune system, etc.
You have to get back in the kitchen. We can't keep the chef forever.
Indeed, but I will glorify his doing.
Yeah. If this one gives a stamp of approval in a restaurant, he's a tough cookie. He's very aggressive and passionate about eating right, and when he says he thinks something's good, I would go with it. And here I'm going to be drinking a Melrose, which is a popular drink here. What is this?
The most popular.
The most popular drink. It looks delicious and healthy.
It's a cold pressed juice, pineapple, fennel, apple, cilantro. Very good. I have one like every day.
Every day?
Every
Yeah.
day.
I love it. Cilantro, kale, ginger, all the things I love. So I'm going to get that in. I thank you for hosting us today, and I can't wait. I'll let you know what I think. So stay tuned. We're going to talk more. We're not going to eat throughout the whole show. We're going to nibble here and there because it's just so delish. But I want to actually try a little bit of that. Can you eat the insides of here?
Oh, absolutely.
Can you eat the mushroom?
Now let me explain. For example, the mushrooms. Mushrooms are just magical in terms of what they can do. They can elevate the amount or elevate the immune system, the so-called immunoglobulin G, which basically protects the mucosal linings. It can increase it by 50%. And in elderly, they tend to eat poorly, and their immune system gets weak, and they're prone to pneumonias, etc. But mushrooms can elevate and increase the amount of protective immunoglobulin, protective defense molecules of the body.
Okay, we're getting too scientific. My audience is like, what? Globulins?
Right.
What? We're going to stop that right now.
Exactly.
Okay, I've got to get out of this light. Can I push this up a little bit? I'm so sorry. I just see this glare in my eye. So I love everything you're saying. I love that you're here. We're going to have a conversation, and you can all watch, and we're going to inform you about some wonderful things that you can do every day in your own kitchen, right? Make some changes gradually, because everybody can't do it overnight, even though we know what's best for us. Habits are strong. People have a habit. They have things they like. Their taste buds are set for years, so you can't sometimes just dramatically make that switch. I did a gradual. I grew up not eating pork. Then I moved to chicken and turkey. And then I kind of weaned off that a couple of years ago. And now I'm mostly seafood and lots of vegetables, which I love. As we met recently, and after I left, I had kale, spinach, vegetables, zucchini, all that, and it was just delicious. And I shot a picture and sent it over.
I was quite proud of her dish, which she, of course, emailed me a picture of.
I had to send you a text message immediately. I wanted you to see what I was doing, but I do that a lot. It's something I do rather frequently, but I definitely can step it up a little more. I know that. I balance it because I did go on the road today and I had some M&Ms. I was in San Diego for a couple of days getting a little breather relaxation with my daughter and her boyfriend and his mother, and we had a wonderful time. And we did eat, I had fish while I was there, but vegetables and things. But on the way back, I had no food all day. And I was on this long 2.5 hour ride, and I had a few M&Ms in the car. So, but I
well,
knew.
It was a choice between starving or
then you
or
approve.
eating
Okay, if I was
something.
going to starve, I could have
well,
an M&M.
You're forgiven this time, but next time be more prepared. Whatever we could
you're
say.
right. At least have a protein bar. So you got to get away though. On that note of going to San Diego, take a break. The ocean was gorgeous. The weather is so hot.
I love going down to San Diego and running the Silver Strand right near the Hotel del Coronado. Oh,
isn't it beautiful?
It's unbelievable. The only sad part is that at the very tip of the peninsula there is an air base, so you can't run all the way to the tip of the peninsula.
Yeah, you'll stop.
They not only will you stop, but you will be stopped.
Yes, with some armed guards.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you tell me a little bit about your career and how and quickly, because we only have 30 minutes here, but to just let me know how you switched to being so focused, because you didn't grow up eating this way, correct?
No, but as a teenager, I attended some lectures on health and nutrition by one of the most forerunners of the whole health food movement. His name was Paul C. Bragg. He talked about the need to eat whole plant foods. See, as we evolved as humans, we evolved from great apes. Our diet primarily was fruits and vegetables, and being ground walking great apes, we also were eating grains and pulling things from the ground, the tubers, the potatoes, the carrots, etc.
That was the natural.
That's our nature. That's our natural.
And our teeth, you showed me. There's a thing about the
right.
teeth and what we're supposed to
our
be
whole
eating.
Our whole GI system, starting from the teeth, is identical to other great apes. They're all plant-based, fruit-based.
Okay.
The only difference that we have between other great apes is that we have more copies of starch genes, which allow us to digest the tubers which we get from the ground, the potatoes, etc. But the thing is that as we evolved, we evolved in harmony with the foods that we ate, and those foods, the fruits and vegetables, have the essential phytonutrients, the plant nutrients, the plant chemicals, which are so vital to our health and well-being.
Right. And you started learning about this as a teenager? Initially, you took a class?
Initially, I was attending some lectures. It was about 5 or 6 years ago, and ever since then, I was never eating red meat. My primary source of protein had been chicken. And then about 5-6 years ago, one of the teachers of my daughter at the high school came down with cancer. And one of the things that he tried to do in order to basically improve was to go plant-based. Unfortunately, it was too late. But he talked it up amongst the students, and my daughter was saying she wanted to go completely plant-based, and I says, oh my gosh, I mean, all the things I learned in medical school, which
right.
are really erroneous and out of date, like you need animal-based protein. It's important because it's complete protein, quote unquote.
Well, people feel that they need their protein. They're told that a lot of
protein.
Don't.
Yeah, protein is an essential nutrient, but when you eat animal protein as opposed to the plant protein, there's a number of things that go wrong. One is that the animal protein tends to elevate growth factors, which in an adult may help you not grow up or taller, but help you grow wider. And in addition, it promotes those small micro tumor foci, small tumors within the body, which everybody has at any given time, and it can promote the growth of tumors, and particularly milk proteins, because milk protein has all the growth signals, especially a cow, which isn't our species, which says grow, 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 because it's taking a baby calf and making it into a big calf.
Wait, okay. I hear what you're saying. I want to be able to quickly explain certain things that my audience can understand. I don't want to lose
and the other thing is the saturated fat, which can contribute to heart disease and hypertension because of
that's
stiffness.
From the animal
protein.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
The only vegetable oil that you have to watch is the tropical oils like palm oil and coconut oil, which also have a great deal of saturated fat.
Just saying, be careful of coconut oil.
Exactly.
Because that's so popular. A
well,
lot of
coconut oil has been.
Let's keep it down. We're in
We're
in Neiman Marcus. We can't yell. He's
well,
so passionate.
again, it's a matter of
I
passion.
know, you got a microphone on.
Okay.
They can hear you.
But
Okay. We're friends. I could talk to him like this.
yes, indeed. So
So the coconut oil, why is coconut oil not
because
good?
of the saturated fat that
Because
it
it comes from the
contains.
coconut.
Now the marketeers of coconut oil has made it like, oh, it can cure everything from Alzheimer's disease to this, and the fact is it doesn't. And the fact is that it elevates cholesterol levels greater than beef tallow, which is the fat of beef, or lard.
But we're not understanding. I'm not for sure. It's a coconut. So is it in the processing
It's-
of it
it's-
from that point? If you take it straight from the coconut?
It's primarily when you squeeze the oil and you remove it from the rest of that. Now, if you eat the whole coconut, it's relatively neutral with regards to
Yes.
cholesterol.
Okay. Got it. Okay. All right. He's telling us things that we got to watch out for here. So I say to everybody that we're being told you should be a vegetarian. We're being told you should have a raw food diet. We're being told you should be a pescatarian, like I choose to try to do, or have a raw food diet. You know, I have a cousin several that are, eat raw food. I have several that are vegans. Or they say don't eat the carbs. Just cut out the carbs. Don't eat the pasta. People are being hit with so much. Lower your sodium intake. That's another thing. People go on these low sodium diets. I mean, it's just so much being thrown at everybody. It can be very confusing. And now to hear coconut is not good, people say it's good. So I'm trying to gain some understanding from you and your perspective and your professional opinion, so that my audience can kind of that they can understand, instead of just saying don't do this. Why are these things different, which you did talk about with the animals and the natural, nature of the human species. The NutriBullet is a popular thing. Is that something that you think is good to do?
The wonderful thing about the NutriBullet, which I think is a major advance in nutrition, is that you're able to extract the phytonutrients and make them readily absorbable.
Okay.
And it's wonderful. I have 2 NutriBullet drinks in the morning.
So you drink 2 in the morning?
Yeah.
And what do you put in yours?
Well,
You mix
it includes onions, garlic, broccoli, cauliflower, and the other one is arugula, cabbage, and cilantro. Lots of wonderful good things, and a lemon, which I put in, not a whole one. Usually it's about 3/8
with the skin.
With the skin.
Okay.
With the skin.
So you'll cut a
the
lemon.
skin has some very, very valuable nutrients within it.
Okay.
Now,
Well, that's a good tip.
with regards to
A raw food diet?
raw food, the most important food to eat raw is the cruciferous vegetables, which are the broccoli, cauliflower, kale, arugula, watercress. The reason for this is that in order for an active compound to be formed, there's an enzyme that acts on it. Now, when you heat it, when you cook it, the enzyme denatures. It won't work. So it's best to chop, blend the cruciferous vegetables, and then eat them. So the enzyme can act on the precursor substances, and with the net result of wonderful compounds called isothiocyanates being formed, which lead to a whole sequence of wonderful events which make the genes produce more antioxidants and DNA repair enzymes.
So basically you're saying that what we're eating is releasing and engaging with the body's natural elements and chemical makeup that helps.
And that it actually is able to play which genes are being expressed and which genes are being suppressed.
And this affects our health.
And it affects our health
disease.
and the rate at which we age. And that's why I say a whole food, plant-based diet, high nutrient quality, plant-rich diet can slow the aging process, keep you youthful, give you exuberant, robust health throughout your life, can extend the life, your life.
Because the food is working with your body.
Right.
And you did tell me also that there's certain foods that you need to eat it together. They help your system. You know, if you eat some things, food needs to work and blend together.
There's food synergies in that if you just eat one good food, it does only so much, which is a lot. But if you eat multiple good foods, they all work together in synergy and have a multiplicative effects in terms of their anti-cancer properties, their cardioprotective properties, the heart protective properties, etc. It's just so wonderful and exciting to know that we basically can empower ourselves to stay healthy instead of ending up at the doctor's office, you know, in really, really bad shape and say, "Doctor, help me." And maybe he'll be able to prescribe a pill, which may have tremendously bad side effects.
Yeah.
As opposed to really approaching it from the standpoint of maintaining your health, your vibrancy, and going towards the root cause of the chronic disease.
No, I hear
yeah, and it's been shown that heart problems related to atherosclerotic, that's the hardening of the arteries, can be halted, can be improved, and even reversed by a whole food plant-based diet.
Let's take a bite and show everybody. I love everything you're saying, but I want the chef to see us enjoying his food that he prepared for us.
Yes.
I know he's probably in the corner like they're not eating.
I am now walking my talk.
Oh my
Wow.
God. Oh my gosh.
And I have the little bit of food in the corner of my mouth to keep it real.
This mushroom sandwich.
Everybody, you are invited to come here.
Oh my God. I mean, this is bursting with flavor.
I love it. I love it. One of the best.
I could eat like this every day. There's no need for anything else.
Again, you substitute unhealthy, pseudo-delicious food that is not nutritious and not good for your health with truly delicious, truly healthy,
right,
truly nutritious food. I mean, what's the choice? You know,
right? Yeah, that's the thing. You know, he's very passionate. Say, look, he's. You know, I'm trying to tone him down here, but if you're hooked on, let's say, McDonald's or fast food, or you're hooked on your beef ribs and your chicken, I would say, my opinion is probably to gradually incorporate foods like what you're seeing here in balance. Maybe do that once a week or twice a week, and then eat this type of food a little more often, or do it the opposite. Whatever works for you, like anything, like going to the gym, like changing anything that you do, like stop smoking. Everybody has addictions. Everybody has some habits. So you have to incorporate it. But I promise you, this is so good. I've had
really
so
good.
many vegan dishes that are just amazing, where I don't miss. I haven't had pork since I was 12. Don't miss it. Beef, you know, as a meal, probably since I was in my early, you know, late teens. Every now and then a bite here and there, and then I just feel terrible the next day. So to have something that could be this flavorful with substitutes that are healthy options, for this one to say wow when he takes a bite of this taco here, is amazing. Right?
It's wonderful. Honestly, if you would be eating this meal, you would say, "Who needs McDonald's?"
Yeah, exactly. Who needs it? You will learn.
My apologies to McDonald's.
No, I don't want to stop them. Just tell them to have healthier food. Have them to come up with a vegan burger. You know? I mean, they can add that.
Exactly.
McDonald's can be McDonald's. Add a vegan salad. Add a vegan taco. You know? Everybody's just changing their diet.
For anybody that wants to really learn plant-based nutrition, they can contact me. I have a website called fitfirm.com, and I could sit down with them or Skype with them and teach them. Part of it is the why, and then to have a master chef who specializes in in plant-based food is the how, and there's I'm working now with a master chef who actually has a food service that can provide you with meals, that can cater for you.
So they'll bring meals to their home?
Yeah.
Okay.
That can also do cooking lessons for you.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe you can set up something like that. And we can,
oh, indeed. You know,
show.
we should have another YouTube.
I'm doing the salad now. This great salad.
We should have another Facebook Live in order to go over, you know, cooking elements and food combinations, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
It'd be wonderful, and it would be truly my pleasure, because as a medical doctor, you see a lot of people going through a lot of pain and suffering,
right.
and to teach them how to avoid that, how to live long and vibrant lives without fear of heart disease or high blood pressure or diabetes, and minimize the chances of getting cancers to the very, very minimum.
That's so important today. So many people.
It's
and
terrible.
People wait until they get diagnosed, then they change their diet, which is good. Yeah. It can make a difference.
Yeah, it's a teachable moment. But why wait for a teachable moment? I mean, the reality is that with regards to heart disease, that the first sign of heart disease in women in 64% of cases is sudden death. You don't get that second chance. For men, it's a little better. It's 50%. You don't get that second chance. So I'm saying, please get yourself educated. Wake up and enjoy the true wonderful food that we evolved to eat, that works in harmony with our bodies.
I agree. Did you feel that passion? I felt it, you know. I think what it is a word. You could tell me if I'm incorrect. It baffles you that people would eat something other than this type of food when they know and hear about it all over, about the effects and the negative effects of it.
Well,
correct?
the problem is this, is that the food industry is in it for money. They are amoral, not immoral. They are amoral with regards to what the impact of their food is on people's health.
Yeah.
That's the sad thing. And I'm a purist. I'm an idealist. And you know, these guys are out to make money. And the foods, like I say, pseudo good tasting, pseudo delicious, are super addictive. They're concentrated sugars, fats, salts, and it's sort of like through the processing of grains and the extraction of the oil, they're taking all the wonderful nutrients out. It's like throwing the baby out with the bath water.
Right. I want to say too that people miss out on certain things they love. Some people just love cheese, and they can't imagine being that way. I can't give up my cheese. This has cheese in it.
This has a cheese that's made with cashews.
Yes.
And
so delicious.
I can't stress more to avoid dairy cheese. The rate of milk has been going down. The rate of cheese consumption has compensated for, but cheese is concentrated milk, fat, and protein. And it's very, very salty. It's the biggest source of saturated fat and salt in the American diet. It's so concentrated, the animal protein is so concentrated, it promotes tumor growth, and the saturated fat, along with the animal protein, is promoting cardiovascular disease. And the sad thing about it is that milk is semi-addictive. It actually has opioid properties, and that is because by nature, the infant has to bond to the mother and has to feed from her milk.
Right.
And no other species on Earth eats or drinks milk from another species, and no other species after they're weaned.
Oh, another species.
No, and no other, no species after they're weaned. And the fact is, in terms of the impact on our evolution, the milk only came after the domestication of animals, which is only 15,000 years. We evolved for millions and millions of years. So what we're doing is
without
we're putting
milk.
Without milk.
Without milk.
Without milk after
milk.
weaning. Without milk
Yeah.
after weaning.
People
So
that
what
have
we're
it.
doing is we're introducing a foreign, quote, toxic substance into our body, which
Right.
again promotes cancer and heart disease.
I
Please.
get it. I get it.
And is very high in salt.
Please.
Which causes, is related to high blood pressure, etc. So
This is his toned down version.
it really is.
Yeah. This is the toned down version, because I tell him he's sometimes a bit offensive to people, not intentionally, but he's so passionate and aggressive about it.
It's like,
I told him, you got to watch some things you say and you're trying to put on people, because it can come off a little strong. But in the heart, he knows so much. He knows how deadly this can be if you're not changing your diet. I know, right? You feel this way, and you know these things, so that's why I think that comes out so strong. And I appreciate it.
And my intent is so pure and so good.
Yeah.
But they say, oh well,
good into
hell is paved.
But I appreciate your desire. Like, I drink alkaline water, the Kangen water, and you told me that's it's good to have.
Especially
alkaline
if you're eating a standard diet. Alkaline water is important because the meat, dairy, eggs are very, very acidic, and the alkaline water balances it out. It's not a panacea. It's better, but it's better to focus on whole food, plant-based.
Right.
High nutrient quality foods.
Right, and I was just going to say that, so people that at least are doing that, that's one thing, but incorporate the food in their diet, drink healthy. But I had to talk to people about the water, and it's a delicate thing, but I felt the need to let people know if they're drinking out of these plastic bottles, these brands that I know are not good water, I felt compelled, if I see them, to say something. And I think that's how you are on your note.
Absolutely.
We're having to wind down now. We're running toward the end of the show. Is there anything that you can say to people to help them make that gradual change to incorporate? I know there are many restaurants available, because people say, I don't know how to cook that type of food. You don't have to cook. You can just buy the key vegetables that you mentioned. Brussels sprouts is also good, right?
Absolutely.
It's a good one. Spinach, kale.
In fact, one of the common vegetables has the most anti-proliferative / anti-cancer properties of all of the cruciferous vegetables. The other family of vegetables that is tremendous with regards to anti-cancer effect is the onion and garlic family, which is called the allium family. And again, you want to eat that. You want to crush it, squeeze it, blend it, so that the active components are created, the phytonutrients. The same thing which happens when you chew the food, the crushing, the blending, etc.
Right. No, I love that. You did mention something to me when we had a meeting about food that enters the colon, and how some passes through quicker than others. The healthier the food, the slower it goes through, because the body's absorbing. Is that what you're talking about?
What it is that we have a very, very long gut because we're plant eaters, and it takes longer for us to extract all the nutrients, whereas opposed to carnivores and omnivores, which people say, oh, we're omnivores. We're not omnivores. We should, by nature, be plant eaters. Fruits, vegetables, and mushrooms. We could say fungus.
Mushrooms in my sandwich.
In the inner sandwich.
In my sandwich. So about the food coming through the colon, tell me. You said
so what happens is that within our colon we have bacterial growth. If we eat meat, a whole different kind of bacterial growth is created, which then digests or putrefies the meat, and toxic substances are created. Things like cadaverine, as in cadaver, putrescine, as in putrid, a substance called cresol, and another one called trimethylamine.
They don't
Unbelievable.
know what that is. Come on.
Well, the bottom line is trimethylamine correlates almost as well, if not better, with heart disease and stroke.
Okay, so that's
So by eating meat, the bacterial growth is different, and it's creating toxins. When you eat,
and it takes longer to go through the colon.
So there's more time.
It goes through faster.
Well, no. What happens is it goes through slowly, and it has lots of time to putrefy. Whereas carnivores and
colonoscopies and so forth.
Exactly, and the higher rates of colon cancer, etc. Now, when we eat plant-based, we have a whole different kind of bacterial growth, and the byproduct is short-chain fatty acids. These are then absorbed and are the substrates, the building blocks of neurotransmitters that keep us vibrant and alive and exuberant and thinking well.
That's why you feel different when you eat plant-based food versus the meat.
Exactly. And the causes, a major cause, I haven't mentioned dementia, is saturated fat and animal protein. The barbecuing, the cooking process creates substances called advanced glycation end products and heterocyclic amines. Heterocyclic amines can create small tumors and increase free radical reactions, which are like sparks or rusting of the body. And the advanced glycation end products can cross the blood-brain barrier and serve as a focus of free radical reactions,
which leads to the dementia
which
Alzheimer's.
Leads to dementia.
Okay.
Whereas when you eat berries and purple foods, there's substances called anthocyanins which they cross the blood-brain barrier and actually protect the important memory centers, the hippocampus. It's wonderful. Berries such as blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, red grapes, purple potatoes. Well, I do want to comment on potatoes. If you're eating a potato, you want to eat a purple potato. In terms of the inflammatory response, the white potatoes increase inflammation. The sweet potatoes and yellow potatoes are neutral with regards to inflammation, and the purple potatoes are anti-inflammatory. Again, because of the purple color, the anthocyanins, which are anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
And the other thing is, when you're eating grapes and you have a choice, choose either black grapes or red grapes. White grapes are equivalent to the white bread of the grape family.
Ah, like the green grapes, basically.
Green grapes, exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, goodness. I hope you guys have a notepad on all this. You do replay over and over. It's so important. I know a lot of terms are being thrown out that we're like, huh?
If you don't understand it, contact me and I'll explain it in layman's terms.
Right,
as best I can.
As best you can. It's very, but I hope you understand some of the things we're saying here and can find a way to incorporate this into your diet, because I want my audience to be healthy. I want everybody to be healthy just like you do. But information is power. And that's why I asked you to be on.
Exactly.
Be on my show to provide information to my audience so that you can let them, educate them about something and inspire them to make a difference and change in their life. I mean, that's really huge.
And I want to really thank you. You've been a light in my life. And to help people help themselves is wonderful.
Right. Yeah, and that's what it's about. I can't make anybody eat anything, but what you don't know, you don't know. That's what I always say. You don't know what you don't know. And now you've heard it here, so you can't say you don't know. It's just a matter of how to go about incorporating it. And I think that's the next phase, and you can very welcome to contact Sanford and talk to him about it and get more information. We are going to sit and finish all this delicious vegan food with, I don't feel I'm missing a beat, honestly. I'm not just saying that. I'm not missing a beat.
High nutrient quality, plant-rich food.
Yes, a mushroom sandwich with the seasonings and flavor on here are out off the chain. So please, everybody, if you have any questions, you're welcome to go to the website. That's
fitfirm.com.
Fitfirm.com. You can put questions here. I'll make sure they get answered as well. And I encourage you to go to my YouTube channel, because when I finish this season of Karla Dawn Live, which is coming up in a few more episodes, I'm really going to focus more on keeping the show onto YouTube. And I put a link on my Facebook page that shows you how to click and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Karla Gordy Bristol, where I have my hosting videos, interviews, awards I've received, and of course Karla Dawn Live shows are on there. And this one will be up by tomorrow, and you can check it out again, and you can share that link to your friends and family that you want to help educate about healthy options and food. I think it's so important. So this can just become viral, right?
Thank you so much.
And this right here, what was the name of this one you said?
This is
plum.
It's a plum or fig.
This is a fig. That's right. It's a
jam.
fig jam. So good on that bread. I mean, you go to restaurants and you load the butter. I could literally just do this, and this option of butter here I'm about to get into, because I love bread, but you gotta balance that out too. All right, well, I think we've covered a lot. There's always some more we can talk about health-wise, but I really think we've
hopefully in the future we can incorporate cooking.
We can maybe do a series.
Yeah.
We can come up with maybe like a once a month, healthy tip series or of some sort. So I'll work on that. And I thank you for your comments. I see you there. I appreciate everyone who views and shares my posts. I wish everybody well in their life and their endeavors that they're doing, and continue to watch the Karla Dawn Live show. I'm Karla Gordy Bristol. Spread love and kindness. Make someone smile. I love the hearts. I appreciate that and the likes there. And I'll see you next week at Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Time to eat up.
Wow.
Time to eat. And I'm going to have to taste that. What kind of meat is that? I want to try.
It's black bean. And
is that black bean?
Avocados.
So there's no meat, but it's carne asada.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, so this looks like chicken. Tastes like chicken. It's not chicken.
But it's finger licking good.
It's food from the earth, and that's what's so important. Food from the earth. All right, everybody, we're going to enjoy a little more time munching here. We're at Neiman Marcus, Beverly Hills. I want to thank again the chef Alan Arroyo for treating us today to a wonderful sponsored meal here at his restaurant. And if you want to come to Neiman Marcus and enjoy it, they're on the 3rd floor, and I promise you, you'll be thanking me. Have a good one. I'll be right back.